So Mr. Studio on the Lake has released his whale challenge, and he says there is no rules. There's a painting I've done a couple years ago, maybe 5 years ago. It's a koi fish. He said there's no rules in his spirit whale challenge. Well, here's my spirit fish I did when we had a spirit fish challenge. And yeah, this one completely won, over the top winner. Me, Ben, Studio on the Lake, Just Carved Rob each did one. And yeah, mine was it was the winner for sure. Look at that, Ben. What do you think about that one, Ben? I still got to send this to you there, Ben. But anyways, this is a spirit fish. You should have rules in your spirit whale challenge. And anyways, I'm coming for you. And Just Carved Rob, both of you. I'm coming for you with the spirit whale. It's got to give me some time. Alrighty then, so here I am back at the chainsaw carving tent in the Carving Fusion warehouse. Recently I did a Dremel carving that I absolutely love, and I want to try and recreate it. This guy down here, I want to try and recreate it in a bigger scale with die grinders and chainsaws. So I brought the die here and some yellow paint to mix up. I brought the tattoo ink here and some yellow paint to mix up. So in today's video for the carving, I'm gonna try and recreate this guy, because the more I do, the better I get. But I want to challenge myself and see if I can recreate this almost not exact, but close to what it is, because I love it so much. This one down here. But this was a Dremel carving video. So first of all, I got to get this stuff that's got all the spar urethane on it shiny out of here, because I sprayed it like 3 days ago, and it's still probably a little bit sticky, and your sawdust will stick to it. So how about I get this stuff out of here, and this one, the owner needs to come pick it up, but I'll just wrap this in plastic. But these ones I'll get out of here, and I'll show you guys what they look like it's supposed to rain here for the next 3 days. But anyways, this is my new phone, and I don't have a microphone hooked up, so I hope it sounds good, because I hate doing voiceovers. So I'll pull these things out of here and put them here so you guys can see what they look like in the real light. And then I'm gonna carve the wood spirit on one of these slabs here. Oh boy, it's going to be fun to get it out, because it's got to be face grain. Anyways. Okay, so here's the pieces. Finally spar urethane. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit better here. Here's a silly fat little baby dragon. See, I said there was some rot in the head when I first started it. So this was just kind of a joke piece. Here's the eagle. The moth eagle. And here's the gnome home. You guys are probably getting tired of seeing them. And then the thing bird. Long live the thing bird. That's some stuff dripping off here. Long live the thing bird. So I'm going to get these into my tent. I'm going to clean everything up, and then I'll have to pull out one of these slabs and then start carving. Okay, so I want to talk about This is for the very beginners. That's what this channel is about anyways. I want to talk about face grade and edge grade. So if you look at the nose there, you can see I'm carving through the layers. Like, see the tip of the nose, 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers, goes back, 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 back. So that's face grain. When you do this show, see, if you see there, the green there underneath the lip, the layers, that's face grain. So you're carving through the layers. So that would be the outside of the tree. So here's a piece that's the outside of the tree. Okay, so this way, the growth rings come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The growth rings come this way. So if I carve this piece right here, I'd be carving the face grain, carving through the layers. But pretend this tree was wider, and right around here, let's see, if these rings came down lower like this, so say the tree was round. I'm trying to explain this the best way I can. Sorry, this tree was fully round, and then the lines come down here, like so they come around and they're down here, and it was cut there. Then you would be carving the edge grain. Let me see. Find an example of these big slabs. These are like 6 inches thick. So this, I don't know if you'll see the cut marks there like this, but see those swooshy lines in there? Carving these swooshy lines is basically carving edge grain because they go like this. But if your lines went like this, so here, where's an example? Carving right here is more carving like face, that's like carving face grain because you're carving through the layers. Carving here, pretend if these lines were just straight up and down, that would be edge grain. I don't like to carve the edge grain when I do this because when you're finished your carving, pretend we carve here, you can see. Sorry, I should have had this more ready. But you can see the straight lines. All you'll see on your carving is just straight lines. But when you carve the face grain, you carve through the layers, and that's how you get the things that I showed you already on the carving. So you go to your hardware store and you buy a board, look to see if there's things like this. See that right here? That's face grain. Just look for the wide grains like that right there. See in the middle of the camera? That's face grain. That's what you want to do. You don't want to carve the edge grain because here's a perfect example. See these straight lines? Because if you burn it, all you're going to do is see straight lines up and down. But anyways, that's just me. So I think I found a piece. See, if you look at this, the lines, they go like this. So you're basically carving edge grain on here. No, sorry. Don't let me confuse you. You're basically carving face grain. Because it's like this. This is 50-50, half edge, half face. But if you look at the top of the wood, you can see those. That's cutting through each. Oh boy, that's cutting through each grain when it's like that. Because it's not the straight lines, right? This would be face grain. So I'm going to pull this one out. I got this board on my jaw horse. Guys, if you're getting into chainsaw carving or even bigger Dremel carving with just a die grinder, get yourself a jaw horse. This thing is getting thrashed. It once said jaw horse there. It's a Rockwell jaw horse. You got your foot pedal. You clamp it in. You lock it. So I'll put some screws. I'll pull that piece out, put some screws through the back of this board into the piece that I'm going to carve. But you got to remember, your screws are going to come through here. And you're going to be carving that board, and you don't want to hit the screws when you're carving the piece of wood. Okay, so here you can see I got the board fastened on here. Here's the board that I had in the jaw horse. Put some screws in the back. This is ready to go. And I kind of got a face drawn on there. I'm not too sure if I like that. I wish I had a taller piece so I could make it longer. And I'm just doing this for myself. I'm not trying to carve this to sell it. I'll spend all day on it. It's like 12 o'clock here anyway, so that's that. So now I'm going to get a chainsaw and I'm going to cut out all this shape here, the outside edges. Okay, so I kind of got it cut it out, shaped a bit. Let's give you the wider view here. So if you look here, you'll see the lines kind of go straight up and straight down. But then over here, you get the face grain. So sometimes your wood moves too. So I gotta somehow incorporate. I don't know. That's what I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Okay, so maybe I kind of know, but I don't know. So you can see I drew it on first with black, but then I moved the nose over. Then I drew it on with the orange. So this is not going to look exactly like this. Because this, where my thumb's tapping, you see that dip in there? This is just going to be a wood spirit, and I'm going to try and make everything bleed. My goal is to make the face, the colors the same. See how the yellow's in there and the green's in there? That's my goal for this video. And to make a wood spirit like that kind of looks like this with the colors. And like it's kind of rotting away like that eye there. Right? So what I'm going to do is I got my little, I don't know if, for you chainsaw carvers, I got my little Echo 2511 back out of the shop. Okay? This is a good little saw, but they're finicky little saws as well. So you got to take good care of these saws. I don't know how much longer this will last for me, but I had to get it rebuilt, and Echo did cover most of the cost. Thank you, Echo. And I got an 8-inch bar on here. This is an 8-inch Forester bar with a quarter pitch chain, 50 gauge. I shouldn't be using this new phone. Okay, let's try that again. So good thing it landed in the sawdust. I'll probably just do a time lapse, or I'll just block out the face so some of you new carvers can kind of follow along. I won't do a time lapse yet. I don't know how well you guys can see. I might have to make it time lapse, but I was just trying new things on that, so I probably wouldn't pay too much attention to the cuts that I was doing. I'll probably make it time lapse. So when I look at my wood spirit, I look at the two sides of the face to try and make sure that they're equal, like this and this. And I'm trying to put cheekbones in there. I look at the eyebrows. When I look back and look on the camera, it looks like this eyebrow is higher. Alright, so then I'll have to make this one. So I know that's higher. I'll put a little arrow there to make that one. I mean, need to make this one higher too. Now I'm going to pull out my die grinder and do most of the rest of the cutting with the die grinder, because actually, fuck, I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch this back. Stand by. Anyways, it's break time. I'm gonna pull out my die grinder and start doing things. One more thing too, for all you beginning chainsaw carvers, you know, you got to keep an eye on your vents, and you don't want it to get all plugged up, because that's how you can overheat your saw and fry it too, blow it up. Okay, so I'm going to be using two different die grinders. We won't pull out the Dremels yet. This is the Metabo. This thing rules. This one I got it for 50 bucks. It's like a $400 grinder. It's got the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr on here, 1/4 inch. I'm going to start out with this one to get the bulking out. Then I'm going to use this David Grass Special. This is the 800, what is this? The GD0800C. It's got the finer Kutzall on here, the silver one. So I'm going to do the bulking out with this, and I'm going to go over it with this. These die grinders are pretty equal. I think this one's just a little, actually, let's see here. They're about the same. This one's, the Metabo is a little bit heavier. But I think this one's just a little bit more comfortable, because it's got the thing there for your hand. Like, you see how it's kind of thinner there? And I like this one too, because it's got a locking pin to change your burrs. This one you just have to use the 2 wrenches. This one you just lock it, use a wrench, undo it, and it pulls out. So these are both awesome die grinders. They're the rippers. Once you get into chainsaw carving and you want to upgrade on a die grinder, I'd suggest getting one of these. So we'll probably do a time lapse, I guess. I'll close the door here. We get better lighting, and just kind of have fun. Enjoy what you're doing. Also, I'll be using my Trend Air Pro. This is like a $600 desk mask. It's got filters. It pushes air in, so you could have a big beard and use this, and it won't fog up, and it will keep the, you see it's got a thing inside here that wraps around your face. You know, like I said before, when I first bought this, even if I have to buy one of these new every year, it will save your lungs, that's for sure. But I'm going to blow this off. You'll see me wearing this, and this is also, it has rechargeable batteries. See that switch there, that red button? That's your on off. Let's just do it on off quickly. So now air is pushing in through the filters there into the mask. Jesus, for the love of, this is a nylon wheel. Okay, so that's what we got so far. I think you can see there, I started carving away the face. I just think it looks a little bit too formal compared to this one. So I'm going to have to think of something to do to make it look not so formal, because we want it to look like this side of the face is kind of just rotting away, floating up. And that's what I tried to do there, but I guess this is when you sit down. This is when you sit down and you process what's going on. You know, I could put some negative space in there, carve it right through there, but it's, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do now is burn it really deep, because I gotta remember how I did my other one. I burnt it, the whole thing, really deep. Then I put the green dye on it. Then I didn't like I liked this, but I didn't like this side. So then I recarved it, and then recarved all this a bit, and then dyed it yellow. So I gotta burn this whole thing, and then I gotta put green dye on it. Then I gotta carve away the section that I didn't like. Does that make sense? So before I start burning, I wasn't happy with it. It just looked too normal, so I cut this off. Now I don't know about this. I don't know. Maybe I should cut some more of this off too and make it kind of, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So yeah, I'm not too sure. All I can say at this point is, don't be a Geordie. Look at that bump in that nose. Don't be a Geordie. I might have just screwed it up, but then again, I might have made it better. It's sure not going to look anything like the other thing, but I'm trying. So what you're going to see me using is a drill and some Scotch-Brite on a dowel. See the threads there? With a nut up there and a nut and a washer in the back. And I'm going to clean this up. When you want to do this Show Susie band, you cannot use sandpaper, because the sandpaper just sands it all down. You don't see the different colors in the grain. So let's see how, this is red cedar, by the way. Second growth or third growth, I don't know, but it's wide grain. So let's see how that looks so far. Let's clean her up, Johnny boy, clean her up. I'm gonna show you guys, the more that you go over one, look how dirty this job is. It's a dirty job. The more that you go over one area, the more that you can get those colors to pop. See that? Then come at it from different angles so you get look how dirty this is. All variations of the grain. Just cleaning out the black stuff. I seen a spot here where the little nut hit, so I gotta burn that. See that mark there? I gotta burn it and redo it. So, but there you can see the green in the wood. Look at that sucker pop. Now let's get the dye out. Okay, so those of you that have been, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry if the microphone's not very good on this video. It's the first time using this phone for chainsaw carving. But I got this idea from BAP over there that I can carve. For all of you that have been following me in the last week, you guys know that I've been using this tattoo ink for wood dyes. This is just cheap Amazon stuff. I got like 30 colors for 20 bucks. So I got this green here. I got a friggin' phone call. Hold on. Okay, they're on wait. This green is the tattoo dye. And this yellow, I don't have any more yellow tattoo dye. So this is yellow acrylic paint. So I just mixed this up really good. The yellow is really hard to make a pop on wood carving, but I just want it to be a slate color yellow anyway. So I got the carving laying down here, and we'll start adding the dye. I'm not gonna do it the way I did my other one. Like the other one, I dyed the whole thing green, then I recarved it. I'm just gonna add where I think yellow should go, and I'm gonna add where I think green should go. See, it's right here like this. The face is here. But I'm going to do the green first, then I'm going to dry it so it doesn't bleed out too much into the yellow. I got my heat gun here. The face is upside down. Never mind, I had to put my carving back up because I forgot, since I'm not going to carve it after I stain it or dye it or whatever, tattoo ink it, I got to carve the sleeping eye. It's like this guy's got a sleeping eye. I got to give this guy the sleeping eye too. Oh boy. Okay, so I got it set up flat so I can put the dye on. You guys aren't going to be able to see that well. And I got my other one there so I can see where I did the green and stuff. So just start putting on the dye. Let's go like this. You guys can't see, so I'll just get this done. And I'll show you when it's wet, then we'll dry it off. Never mind, I'm going to put the yellow on while it's still wet so I can blend them together better. I don't know. All you can do is hope for the best. Okay. So, I got the microphone on because I'm going to be standing farther away from the piece. But if you ask me, this piece belongs in like an art gallery or something. I just think it's super cool the way you get those grades to pop out. When you dry it, mate, you can burn it with those heat guns. You can burn the wood. You don't want to burn the wood. You kind of want to just watch it kind of dry and get lighter and lighter and lighter. So I could do more yellow. I could do another coat yellow on here because the yellow didn't turn out as much as I wanted it to turn out inside here, separating the colors. I think I'll make one more batch of yellow. Well, I still got more yellow there, but I'll make it brighter. I want it to be a bit brighter because when you put your clear coat on here, everything's going to darken up. So let's see that other piece.
You know, I still like this one a lot better. It looks more natural, and it's, I don't know, I just really like this. This one's cool too, but it's different. So I kind of recreated this, but not really. Anyways, yeah, how about you guys remember what this looks like? I'm gonna get some more yellow, make it brighter in here and here, and on the nose with a small brush, and then I'll show you exactly. So we'll do 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think it's a nice piece. I'm not bragging. I say whether I like a piece or whether I don't like it. The more that you can see here, the high point, the more that you clean it with the Scotch-Brite or the nylon wheel, the brighter you're going to get your colors to pop. Like right here and here. I even made it more brighter on the bottom of the lip. I just got some orange, yellow paint, water paint, touched it along the eyes and right down here. Just touched it, kind of give it a highlight. Oh, we got some yellow paint in the nose. That's okay. So now what I want to do is give it some clear coats. There's your side view just carved rub. You got to make sure when you're giving it clear coat that your whole piece is completely dry. And well, I know this piece is completely dry because I spent 5 hours drying it. Just kidding, probably about 10 minutes. This is top coat, clear gloss, seal protects. I don't know what it is. Quick dry. This stuff here, I bought it at Canadian Tire. It was like 12 bucks. Premier top coat, interior, exterior, clear gloss, seals and protects. Quick dry. I don't know if it's lacquer or whatever it is. But I'm going to put my, this is when the colors are going to go really dark again. I think it's cool. I like it. Who wouldn't like to have this in their house? I don't know. Maybe some people wouldn't. But I'm going to put my dust mask on and we're going to spray it. Gloss. I didn't want gloss. I wanted matte. That's okay. I guess it's going to be glossy. Look how dark that green went. Good thing that I made the part brighter. Holy cow. Boy, oh boy, did that ever go dark. It's because I used the stuff that I'm not used to using. But I'm going to finish this up at my house in my Dremel table. I'm going to spray it with, I don't want it to be shiny. I got some matte. So, for example, this is shiny. This is gloss. You can, if it's too glossy for you, you can spray matte over top of it and it will dull it out a bit. How dark that went. Holy. I'm going to stand this log up here. I guess I'll try and film, and I'm going to pull this in the shop because I'm going to start carving this tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to start. I don't know what I'm going to carve on it. Maybe a gnome or a wizard or something. I don't know. It's not very good cedar. That's why I just want to kind of get rid of it. Okay, so how do I do this? I got this board here, and I got this board here. See, the thing with me is I got my lower back's always sore. and it's hard for me to lift things up low from the ground. But let's give it a try. You don't know if you don't try. Oh, yeah. Yep. Woo. Okay. Well, that's that. Now we'll just get the dolly and pull it in. I'm going to take this down and put it in my car. Well, it's not so dark once you get it in the light, but it's still pretty dark. Kind of disappointing. So I'm super happy where I lightened it up with more paint on these parts. But that goes to show you, I think if I use the normal clear coat that I use, it wouldn't have went so dark. Anyways. I think I got to cut that straight, that bottom straight. But I think I got the thicker piece. Number. Straighter than it was. Okay, off to the Dremel station. What should I carve in this? Probably carving it by the time you guys watch this. Who knows?
Okay, so no microphone still, just filming with my phone microphone. I'm kind of pissed off. This didn't work out. My carving I did today didn't work out like this guy here. You'll see. See how friggin' dark it is? Thing's so dark. Can't even see what's going on. I'm going to have to... it happens. I'm not going to try and reinvent this piece. This piece is done and I'll just give it away. And, you know, for a bit there I was like, man, this thing looks so good. This thing should be in an art gallery. And you go through that. You go through your ups and downs, right? Like, I want to get back and hit it tomorrow, but I got a funeral to go to. I want to say, no, I can do it better. I can do it less, not so dark, and I could do a way better wood spirit than that one, and this and that, and this and that. But tomorrow, I'll be at a funeral service for my aunt Linda, the one with the owls. And then Sunday, I'll probably be at my carving tent Sunday. And then I'll film Sunday carving that log. I'm going to take a break from the wood dyes and the inks for a while. This just fucking pisses me off. This thing takes a long time to do the fucking Shosugi ban, you know. Takes a lot longer. This thing took like 3 hours. If I was just going to carve this wood spirit with the chainsaw the way I did it with the grinders and stuff like that, I could no burning it and Shosugi ban. I could have done it in probably half an hour. Anyways, my carving room's a friggin' mess. I got shit all over the place. I'll take this outside, see if it can look a little bit brighter with the sun on it and the light, but I'm not going to talk because I don't like talking in front of people and there'll be people outside, so whatever. It is what it is. I'm not being a Debbie Downer, but it's okay to be pissed off. Looks a bit better outside, but not much. I don't know what video I said it, but the beachcombing video where I was painting koi fish and I started painting them on the wood and I started carving the koi fish on the wood. This very well could be one of my first wood carvings ever. That's why I say don't throw away your wood carvings. They give you yard character. Anyways, that's all. That's what I do when I have a bad day carving. I water my plants. Who remembers the bumhole flower potter? Who remembers the gnome Ryan Cook carved for me? Yep, that's what I do. That's all. That's all.